Hey, what's up guys? This is Serge here. The reason I'm making a video today is because I'm going to review the SR performance coilover kits for the 2005, or I think it's actually a universal fit for all Mustangs, but it's the cheapest coilover kit you can buy on American Muscle. It's only $849, so almost $900 pretty much after shipping fees. And I recently bought those, so I'm about to review these right now and let you guys know a little how they feel, how they make the Mustang look, and things like that. And I know in the last video I told you guys I was going to get rid of my 2006 V6 Mustang, but I had a little change in mind. I think I'm going to keep it. I decided I'm going to buy a GT Mustang 2006 and keep that as a daily driver. And with this V6 Mustang, I'm actually going to modify it and gut the inside, switch the seats, and eventually motor swap it. That way I have a really good project for you guys. So here in a moment, I'm about to show you what comes in the box for those coilovers. And I'm going to show you a video of pretty much how the car looks after I installed it. And not only that, but I'll review how it feels when I'm driving. Alright, so right now I'm showing you guys how it looks before the suspension install. So as you can see, there's a pretty big gap. I'm hoping to lower that a little bit. And the back is raised way higher than the front is. So it's massive. I'm thinking lowering 2.5 inches on the back and then 1.5 inches on the front. And here's the back end. Alright, so this coilover kit comes with a little manual that tells you what comes in this box and the tools needed to fix or install these. Okay, so okay, and the instructions are inside. It's like a little booklet. This is after the coilover kit. Notice there's less of a gap, but my car's very slammed to the ground on the front. I feel like it's a little too low. I might raise it. The back's a little higher. There's still somewhat a little gap. I think that's what I want to raise the front to. Okay, so I have my new suspension on. One thing I immediately noticed compared to stock suspension is that this suspension is very stiff. So it feels very, it's a very bouncy ride, not because the springs are soft, but because it's so stiff. Every bump I feel, or every bump I go over on the road, just makes the car bounce. It's crazy. I mean, I guess it's okay considering this is like the cheapest coilover kit you can get. This ride is just so stiff. I like it though because you feel like you're more connected to the road, you have more control. You do feel like you could do harder turns and the car doesn't sway as fast as or as much as it would if, like, you know, I was on my stock springs, because on my stock springs I felt like I was driving a freaking monster truck. But these springs, they're stiff, they're stuck to the road, but they're bouncy when it comes to bumps. And I lowered my car so much I feel like I could scrape a lot of stuff, so I'm kind of scared about that. I'm probably gonna raise it up a little bit because I don't want to worry about speed bumps and, you know, little things like that. So let's see, I'm about to do a turn in a bump, so we'll see how that goes. Oh shit. Overall, the ride feels very, very bumpy. It feels better, like it's, if you don't mind a little bumpy ride, it's really good. And considering this was only under $900, I'd say this suspension was well worth it. You know, for starters, like if you really need to switch out your suspension or if you're on a budget build, I definitely recommend this suspension. I mean, it's good. I just wouldn't recommend having a full drink like a soda can because it'll probably spill all over your car. But you know, overall I recommend it. But if you want a smooth ride, one that's not so bumpy, but you also want that high quality coilover feel, soft ride, but also good handling, I definitely recommend investing a couple $100 extra into buying a better quality coilover kit, because as for daily driving on this suspension, I wouldn't recommend it if you're just trying to get a comfort drive. I'd recommend buying like a coilover kit that's about like $1,500 or $2,000. It'll be worth the investment. Overall, I say this is worth it for a budget build.